Welcome back to another rebuild I got for you guys here today. Today I'm going to be attempting to rebuild the Tennessee Titans. This is just a normal fantasy style rebuild, so let's get into this one. Here's a look at the Titans roster. A lot of very solid players on this team, also a lot of youth. Marcus Mariota starts off the offense here, 23 years old, 82 overall, quick development. I think he can get the job done. I feel like he can progress pretty well, I at least hope he can. They have a really good running back duo here. Derrick Henry has, starting to become a very talented running back. I mean, he's always been a good running back. I don't know what I'm saying, but he's actually starting to play well because he's getting more, chances to. When he came into the NFL, DeMarco Murray obviously was taking more carries, and last year DeMarco Murray struggled with some injuries, so he got a lot more carries. Dion Lewis, they just signed. I like this signing for them for sure. Dion Lewis is a great running back, and he's also a great receiving back, and he's super agile, really hard to bring down. He's actually going to complement Derrick Henry very well. I might trade him though. He's very good, like I said, but Derrick Henry is going to be the starter in this rebuild, and backup running backs don't matter all that much. I don't know. It depends how much he's making, to be honest. If he's not making all that much, I might just keep him. The wide receiver core is very decent. They got two rookies here, Corey Davis and Taywan Taylor. Rashard Matthews is not bad, but he's 27 years old. I'll probably trade him, try to upgrade him. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do because I want Corey Davis to start and I want Taywan Taylor to start because they're both rookies. I don't think either of them have a development trait besides normal. Actually, no. Corey Davis has quick. Okay, nice. That's good to see. Their offensive line is very good. One of the better offensive lines in the NFL for sure. Taylor Lewan, great left tackle. Jack Conklin, fantastic right tackle. And then they have good interior guys here. Ben Jones, Quentin Spain, Josh Klein, all pretty decent. Those guys, I think, are decently old. I mean, Quentin Spain's 25. That's not bad. Ben Jones, 28. Yeah, we're getting up there. And then Josh Klein, 27. So I'll have to replace these guys, Ben Jones and Josh Klein at least. Delaney Walker, one of the best tight ends in the NFL. 33 years old, but I think I'm going to keep him just because he's a 98 overall. Maybe I'll let him go eventually. I'm not exactly sure. Then they actually have a very talented defense too. Not sure why this is set up as a 4-3. I don't think they switched. I'm pretty sure they have a 3-4. Just considering who they have, right? Like Jarrell Casey, 3-4 defensive end. Daquan Jones, 3-4 defensive end. He's actually pretty good, 82 overall. They got Brian Arakpo, very, very talented player. He used to be amazing. He's still pretty good, but he used to be a lot better. They got Derek Morgan, forgot his name for a second, another 3-4 pass rusher, and they got Wesley Woodyard, another very talented middle linebacker. Well, another middle linebacker, what am I saying? Just another talented linebacker in general. Of course, they lost Avery Williamson, though, which is a bit rough because he's very good. I kind of wish I had him on this team, but they have Kevin Byard, one of the best upcoming safeties for sure, and then their cornerbacks, they just keep stealing the Patriots guys, I guess, but after they, do very well, they steal them. Malcolm Butler, 85 overall, superstar development, makes me want to keep him. It definitely depends what his contract is looking like in this roster. Logan Ryan, 26 years old, quick development. That's not bad either, but I feel like he's getting paid a lot. I don't know if he's worth keeping. Then they have Adoree Jackson down here, who I definitely want to keep. I want to make sure Adoree Jackson's starting at the kick return spot too. He is. That is nice. I want to see if he can make the Pro Bowl, but let's get into some trades. Derek Morgan, Josh Klein, and Logan Ryan for Keanu Neal and a 5th rounder. Okay, so Jonathan Cyprien just straight up for Ken Crawley. Blaine Gabbert and Rashard Matthews for the Bills' 1st rounder. Ben Jones and Wesley Woodyard for the Giants' 1st round pick. Brian Arakpo, Dion Lewis, and Cody Wichmann, or Wichmann, however it's pronounced, for the Bears' 1st rounder. Will Compton and a 3rd round draft pick for Andrew Norwell. Nate Palmer, Sims, and Fluellen for the Cardinals' 1st rounder. So I actually don't know the full name of any of these guys, but I'm giving the Patriots Wallace Bates and Trowick for Malcolm Brown. This offense is not phenomenal, but it's not bad. I think this team can make it to the playoffs. It's really all contingent on how well Marcus Mariota plays, actually along with Derrick Henry too, because if they can both play very well, I think this team can make it to the playoffs because there's a very good offensive line here. Don't really think they're going to play too badly. The center's not fantastic, but I think he can get the job done because centers don't seem to impact the team all that much from what I've noticed. But other than that, on the offense, I mean, the wide receiver core is not great, but we have 2 rookies here in Corey Davis and Taywan Taylor. Maybe if they both make a Pro Bowl, that would be ideal, of course, because they obviously can't both win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But, if they both make a Pro Bowl and get like 30,000 experience each, they can both be very good receivers. And then Delaney Walker is still the tight end for now. I might keep him the whole time. Not exactly sure. But on the defense, I dismantled a lot of this defense, especially the linebacker core. Yeah, I don't really think anybody here is going to stay on the team for a long time. Kevin Dodd looks like the best player who was, on this team still that I kept. and he's still not fantastic. He's a 76 overall. I signed Darrell Freeman, though, in free agency because he's a very talented middle linebacker. I just want to see what he can do. I think Jayon Brown is a rookie. He is a rookie, so maybe he can do something. I guess I should probably start him over Darrell Freeman, but I just want Darrell Freeman to start. I don't know. I like him as a player. We got Keanu Neal here, though. I think he can, contribute to this team very well. 94 hit power on him. Ken Crawley, I think he's like a slight upgrade over Logan Ryan because he's 2 years younger. He's 2 years younger, and he's 2 overall points higher. So I feel like he can contribute pretty well, to the team as well. Kevin Byard, of course, is still the free safety. I decided to keep Malcolm Butler. He's not making an obscene amount of money, so I just figured I'd keep him. Adoree Jackson still in the nickel, and then this D-line looks pretty good. Jarrell Casey, Daquan Jones, and Malcolm Brown. I always mess up his name. I don't know why. I never want to think it's Malcolm, but it is. I don't know why. I always think it's... I just never think it's Malcolm, so I always say other names, but clearly Malcolm, but he's a very good defensive tackle. So I'm going to go change the experience sliders, and I'll see you at the end of the, end of the half-season mark. That sounded really weird. Why did I say that? At the mid-season mark here, we are 3-4. The Ravens are 2-6. They're struggling a little bit, but we are on top of the division. The Jaguars are 3-4, the Colts are 3-5, and the Texans are 2-5. The division looks horrible, so hopefully we can make it into the playoffs. Let's check out the experience, though. Corey Davis has 10,000. I will spend that. That is for sure. Forgot he was a rookie for a second, but that's nice. 72 awareness already? That's actually not bad. Anything else really low? No, actually, he has really good stats aside from awareness. 83 overall. All right. That's fine. See, well, at least he's having a pretty good season, at least from, what I can see. Check out the defense, if my controller wants to work. There we go. On the defense, anybody have a lot? I don't see a lot for anybody in particular. Adoree Jackson is 7.2 thousand. Keanu Neal 7.6 thousand. Not bad. We have to bring back Daquan Jones. That's a player I definitely want back on the team. Quentin Spain. I'll negotiate with Quentin Spain. He's not bad. Philip Superno I don't want. Josh Caraway I don't want. All right, so Daquan Jones, let's go with him first. We have a lot of money to spend, too, in free agency if we need to. He's coming back to the team. Nice to see. Quentin Spain. Pretty talented offensive lineman. I'll take him back onto the team. And he's coming back as well. I don't want anybody else here, so I'll just see you at the end of the year. So we did not make the playoffs. That's okay, though. How did we do? 5-11. The Jaguars went 10-6. The rest of the division was horrible. So they turned it around. The Jaguars did near the end of the year, I guess. 0-4 in the preseason. Lost the opening game, then beat the Jaguars. Lost 2, beat the Dolphins. Lost 1, beat the Browns. Lost 2, won there. Lost a whole bunch in a row. 31-0 to the Rams, and then beat the Jaguars. We actually beat the Jaguars twice. That's interesting. Check out the stats. Aaron Rodgers wins MVP. Marcus Mariota... 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns, 24 interceptions. That's quite a bit, interceptions. But that's okay. The rest of his stats are actually pretty decent. Rushing, Derrick Henry, 14 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards. 3.6 yards a carry is horrible. 4 rushing fumbles. What? 4 fumbles. I read rushing fumbles up there, but of course they are. But 14 touchdowns isn't terrible. I don't know. Karen Williams, who's our backup, had less yards and attempts than Marcus Mariota. Tajay Sharp, 98 catches, 927 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's actually not a bad season from him. Taywan Taylor, 937 yards, 9 touchdowns. Delaney Walker, 845 yards. But Corey Davis gets over 1,000 yards with 11 touchdowns. How was this? This actually be pretty decent. Taylor 1, letting up 14. That's all right. Jack Conklin, 8. Again, that's all right. Quentin Spain, 2. Corey 11, 1. That's not terrible. Darrell Freeman at 157 tackles. That's a lot of tackles. Tackles for loss, we got 10 from Jarrell Casey and Daquan Jones. Sacks, we got 10 from Jarrell Casey, 7.5 from Kevin Dodd, 5.5 from Josh Caraway. 5 picks from Keanu Neal, 4 from Malcolm Butler, 2 from Darrell Freeman and Kevin Byard. Sadly, Adoree Jackson didn't get any, but maybe he made the Pro Bowl, in the special teams. That'd be really cool. Anyway, we were 14th on offense. That can definitely be improved next season. And we were 22nd on defense. That definitely needs to be improved first. Anybody from the Titans in this list? Maybe Offensive Player of the Year. I can see Mariota being in this. And he makes it in there at number 10. Okay, Defensive Player of the Year goes to Yannick Ngakoue. Okay. Nobody from the Titans. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we got Corey Davis in there at number 6. And then Taywan Taylor in there at number 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jayon Brown, Adoree Jackson, Josh Caraway are all on the list. Okay, so we didn't really win any awards. That's a bit rough, but let's see if anybody made the Pro Bowl. That would be nice to see. Mariota, 12,000 experience. Derrick Henry, Jack Conklin are both not confident. That's a bit annoying. Check out the defense, though, if my controller wants to freaking work. I don't see that much experience. Actually, 46,000. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, that's a Pro Bowl. Nice to see. What about Adoree Jackson? Please tell me you made it as a special teamer. You did not, I don't think, but 14,000 is still not bad. And I think you already have quick development. Okay, yeah, so 14,000 is actually not bad. He should go up pretty well. So yeah, I'm just going to go to the offseason now. So Jarrell Freeman is one of our guys that we can bring back. He went down so much. I was going to bring him back, but I didn't know he went down to an 83. Also, I cut Ryan Suckup and Brett Kern because they were both making like $2 million, and I feel like they weren't really worth it. So I signed Andrew Franks, who I'm going to try to bring back here. He's coming back to the team. And Matt Darr. I'm actually going to let Matt Darr go. I probably should have let Andrew Franks go as well because he's usually better kickers in free agency, but Andrew Franks is okay. I'm not going to re-sign Matt Darr because he's actually not great. He was just like the best punter available. But now we are in free agency. Let's see who is here. I have to make sure I get a punter. Let's go. Who is in free agency? Hopefully somebody great. Cameron Brate. Well, that rhymed. Alex Collins, you know, he's pretty good. Jonathan Hankins. Jonathan Hankins wouldn't be bad. I like Daquan Jones, though. He did not play badly for us. I can throw Jonathan Hankins at defensive tackle. Obviously, that's always an option. I don't see anybody else here that I want. I might go after Jonathan Hankins. I'm not exactly sure. I might trade Malcolm Butler this next year, too. I'm in a weird position. I don't know exactly what I want to do with this team yet, but I'll let you know if I bring anybody, you know, onto the team from free agency. So I actually did go after Jonathan Hankins. He accepted my offer. That's nice to see. I'm going to throw him to defensive tackle. I don't know why I can never go down. My controller's been messing up, but that's okay. I'm actually going to throw him to defensive tackle, where he should go up to like an 88. I'm sorry I just got him in my Broncos rebuild like a little while ago, but he was there. I figured I'd go after him because he's actually really good. So is he going to be an 88? Okay, yes he is. Nice to see. I'm trading up in the draft. I'm giving the Bills my 21st pick. This Smith guy and this Feeney guy for the 4th pick. I actually pick, you know, 5th, but I thought the Bills might take the guy that I want because I need an outside linebacker. I want to draft him here. Javonte Robbins. He looks very good. There was another outside linebacker in this draft that had superstar development, but the Buccaneers took him even though he's a 3-4 pass rusher. And the Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken, have a 4-3 team. I don't know what they're going to do with him. But anyway, Javonte Robbins is now on the team. 82 overall, normal development. I'll have to make sure I check out the guy in the Buccaneers just to compare. But this guy looks phenomenal. I'm going with a wide receiver here. Alan Chambers looks very good. 6'5", classified as a possession receiver, even though I think he's more of a red zone threat kind of guy. He's strong. He's pretty fast for his height. And he's also very agile and has good acceleration. So let's go with him. 81 overall, quick development, 91 speed, 86 catching, 93 acceleration, 81 route running, 90 spec catch, 91 jumping. He's a very good player. This guy looks way too good to pass up, so I'm going to draft this guy, Eric Boharnace. I know I just got Jonathan Hankins in free agency, but I think what I might do is move Jonathan Hankins to defensive end, maybe in front of Daquan Jones. I'm not exactly sure yet. Maybe even trade him. I don't know. But this guy looks way too good to pass up. 7.0 combine grade is amazing, especially for a defensive tackle. That is great. He has 41 reps on the bench press. He's the fastest D tackle, nearly the most agile, and can accelerate the fastest. He has insane stats, you know, from the combine, and he actually has very good top 3 skills as well. I feel like this guy's a can't miss option. 84 overall, 93 strength. That's great. 77 speed is also very good. 81 block shed, 82 power move, 83 acceleration, 77 tackling. This guy is very good. I'm going to be trading away this pick here. I think I can get some pretty good value for it. That is the Bears' 1st rounder next year, along with a 4th and a 5th this year. A 1st, a 3rd, and a 4th. Okay, that's just a bit better. I'll probably end up going with the Bengals one. That's the same thing as the Bengals. The Bengals just have a lower projection for next year. Definitely want a 1st rounder next year. That's the Browns' 1st round pick. That's probably going to be pretty valuable, but I'm actually going to go with this Bengals pick here. I'm going to be drafting a player with this pick here. This guy looks awesome, and I really do want this guy. But the thing is, there's a cornerback here that I want a little more. I think this cornerback is going to be amazing. I want to make sure I can get him. Look how agile this guy is, and look how quickly he can accelerate. He's 1st in 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle. Very fast combine, or very fast 40-yard dash time, I mean. And he has very good top 3 skills. This guy's going to be great. 82 overall, normal development, 85 man, 86 press, 80 zone, 94 speed, 94 acceleration. I think this pretty much means I'm going to be trading Malcolm Butler. I'm going to be trading away this draft pick here. I don't really have anybody that I'm willing to take right now. I'll probably just try to snag a 1st rounder. From the Ravens? I don't think they did that well this year. Maybe they turned it around after they played us. I'm not exactly sure. The Colts, there's a 2nd this year from the Browns and one next year. I'm actually going to go with that. I'm going to be drafting Corbin Barrelt. Not really sure how to pronounce that. I know I don't really need a left tackle, but I might be able to slide this guy into center or something like that. I don't know. Let's take him onto the team, though. 75 overall, normal development. Pretty good looking player. Not great, though, honestly. Run block, impact block, and pass block are all very low. But he's very strong, you know, so I guess that's good. I'm going to be drafting another outside linebacker here. This guy actually looks really good. Rashawn Craver. 7.2 combine grain is fantastic. Combine grain? I think that's what I just said. He's pretty elusive. You can see there's 3-cone drill is, you know, 7th out of all the right outside linebackers. He's the 4th strongest, and he has good top 3 skills, so I'm going to go with him. 79 overall, normal development. That is a great player. 84 block shed, 84 power move, 80 finesse move. That is a great player right there. I have 2 4th-rounders right now, so I'm going to be trading them down. I guess not both right now, but I'm going to be trading them down for stuff next year, and that looks perfect with the Bengals. That's a 3rd and a 4th. Next year. I think that's what I'm going to go after. That's a 3rd and a 5th. Okay, so the Bengals is just better. Anything else that looks better? A 3rd and a 7th? No. Okay, I'm just going to take this with the Bengals. That's actually nice and easy. Get some more draft picks for next season. That's what I like to see. And then I have another 4th rounder like I mentioned. I'm going to be trading away this pick as well. So we have... I want more stuff for next year. I don't want anything else for this season. That's a 3rd next year. I'll probably just take that. Actually, it's a 3rd and a 7th. No reason not to do that. I'll do that with the Raiders. Curry Gerard Eddy is going to be my next pick. B+ impact block fullback. You already know how this works. 83 overall, you know, ranked 2nd in the draft. Very good player. Gregory Albert is my next player on my board. He doesn't look phenomenal, but I feel like he still might be able to be pretty decent. You know, 3rd for middle linebackers in speed. 4.61 speed is actually very good. Good broad jump. He's actually pretty strong with good hit power. Probably will be like, I'm guessing like a 73. Okay, or a 70. Maybe it's a scheme issue. I don't know. He might be able to be my backup. I still think I'm going to trade for a middle linebacker, though. I have 2 more players left on my watch list. They're actually both wide receivers. This guy looks pretty good. At least his catching stats look very good. He can catch pretty much almost anything. That's what it looks like. His combine is somehow still a 7, even though he's not great in any of those skills. I don't know. Let's see what he's all about. 68 overall, but he can catch very well. I guess that's cool. Randall LeBlanc is the last player I have on my watch board here. He looks pretty good as well, but, you know, combine grades and top 3 skills are pretty deceiving for wide receivers near the end. Let's see what this guy's all about. 71 overall, normal development. Honestly, he looked a lot better than that, but it's not the biggest deal. Okay, I'm just going to take this guy because why not? 68 overall. Not great, but it's okay. So this is the guy that the Buccaneers got. He looks very good as well. I mean, the superstar development's definitely nice. I think our guy can tackle better. I could be wrong. But our guy's an 82 overall, and this guy's a 79. So I don't know. Maybe we got the better player. But, I mean, this guy is crazy block shed. I mean, 84 is not crazy. But very good finesse move, and I think he has better hit power and better pursuit. I don't know. Both of the guys seem pretty good. I'm giving the Falcons Malcolm Butler, Malcolm Brown, and a 3rd round pick for Deion Jones and Derek Morgan. I'm just getting Derek Morgan because the Falcons were under cap, and that helped them out. So I decided to trade Jonathan Hankins. I moved him to right end, and I'm giving the Texans him a 3rd rounder and this McAllister guy we drafted for Benardrick McKinney. Well, that shouldn't have been able to happen, but Derek Morgan for Forrest Lamp. I think this team is a lot better than the team was last season. We upgraded a lot, got a bunch of very talented players here. Mariota has more options now. He now has this guy, who I'm just going to keep in the slot, even though this guy probably would not be a slot receiver, you know, in the NFL in real life since he's 6'5". But I don't think, you know, height really matters in simulation, so I'm just going to have this guy play the slot because that means he's going to play a lot more and get more catches and stuff because that's normally what happens here. Corey Davis is still the number 1. Taywan Taylor is going to be the number 2. Delaney Walker is still the tight end, you know, because he's the best option we have. I don't feel like trading for one. He actually had a pretty good season last year, so why not keep him? And then on the defense, we have 2 very good middle linebackers. We have very good outside linebackers. We have good corners here. We got a rookie playing in the nickel. I think this guy can play super well there. 94 speed. He's a beast. Jarrell Casey's still here. Daquan Jones, I just decided to keep him over Jonathan Hankins because Jonathan Hankins was making a little bit more, and Daquan Jones was, you know, already on the Titans, so figured I'd show him some love. He also went to Penn State, so that's cool. And we also have this rookie, Eric Boharnace. I don't know. We have him playing at defensive tackle. I hope he can have a good year. Very good safeties. I think this team can make the playoffs. I really do. The Titans normally sneak into the playoffs and rebuild, so I hope that happens here. At the midseason mark here, we are 5-2, doing a lot better than last year. I hope we can keep this up, and I hope we don't fall off like we did last year. The Jaguars, though, are 6-1, and we just took a pretty devastating loss to the Eagles. But then the Colts are 3-4, and the Texans are 1-7. That's kind of odd. I didn't expect them to do that badly. Nobody in the offense has like over 10,000 experience, but you know, Corey Davis 7,000, Mariota 7.6 thousand. That's not bad. Indicates that they're having decent seasons at least. And then on the defense, anybody have a lot? I don't see anybody with all that much, but that's okay. The team, you know, if you look at the record, the team looks like they're playing pretty well. Now we have Delaney Walker, who's a 94. I think he's worth bringing back because he is a 94 overall, and we have a lot of money. I'm going to do it 4 more years, as if he'd play until he's 38. I'm sure he would if he could. I don't know if he's actually going to, but Taylor Lewan, I definitely want to bring him back. I don't think they'd ever really let him go until he gets, like, you know, super old. Mariota needs a contract. Oh, that's fun. But Ardrick McKinney, a guy we just traded for, I went back. He has superstar development. I just noticed that. That's cool. Mariota, though, you actually don't want as much as I was expecting. You don't want as much as, you know, most quarterbacks would. I'm going to take you back on the team. Ken Crawley, I will also take back onto the team. I traded for him in the first season. He's a player that I wanted to trade for a lot, but I just never got around to doing so. He's pretty good in real life, so I figured I'd give it a shot here. Xavier Su'a-Filo, Kevin Pamphile, and Luke Stocker. I don't want any of those guys. So I will see you at the end of the season. Hey, we made the playoffs, going 10-6. Actually, a pretty good season there. The Patriots are only 9-7. That's interesting. Jaguars, though, 11-5. Colts, 8-8. Texans, 8-8 as well. Let's check out the schedule, though. 2-2 in the preseason. Won the opening game against the Texans. Lost to the Cowboys. Won 4 in a row. Then we lost 3 in a row, and then we beat the Dolphins, Chiefs, and Bills, lost to the Jaguars, beat the Texans 2 times this year, that's nice, lost to the Jaguars twice, though, and beat the Colts. Not sure if we beat the Colts twice. But Russell Wilson wins MVP, that is okay. How did Mariota play, though? 4,400 yards, 37 touchdowns, 23 picks, a bit better than last year, I'd say. You know, pretty decent season. A lot of interceptions, but, you know, a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, that's okay. Derrick Henry, 1,239 yards, 7 touchdowns. A bit better than last year, like in the yardage department, but he had a lot less touchdowns. 5 fumbles, too, is not great. Brian Hill, I signed him in free agency. He just gets so many touchdowns as a backup. 13 for him. Mariota gets 2. Corey Davis has a great season. 81 catches, nearly 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. We got 919 yards from Taywan Taylor, 6 touchdowns. Alan Chambers got 10 touchdowns, 956 yards. Delaney Walker got 7 touchdowns. Sacks, this should be pretty good. I mean, Taylor Lewan letting up 16 is not ideal. Jack Conklin letting up 10, not terrible, I guess. And Forrest Lamp only lets up 2, that's not bad. Deion Jones, though, 136 tackles. That is a lot of tackles. And he had 6 interceptions. Ardrick McKinney, 121 tackles. We got 10 tackles for loss from Eric, that guy. I don't want to say his last name again. 9 tackles for loss for Jarrell Casey, who had 17.5 sacks. That's a fantastic season. 7.5 sacks from Rashawn Craver, and 6.5 from Javonte Robbins. Picks, we got 6 from Deion Jones, 4 from Franklin Turner, who's a cornerback, that is awesome. 3 from Ken Crawley, 2 from Adoree Jackson and Kevin Byard, and then 1 from Keanu Neal. Got a lot of picks, that's nice. We have at least 1 interception, or 1 touchdown, I mean, from Kevin Byard. So we were 11th on offense. I feel like the defense got a lot better. Let's see. 7th. Yes, they did. They got much better. Russell Wilson, like you guys saw earlier, wins MVP. Is Mariota on this list? He is not. He's probably in Offensive Player of the Year again, though. There he is, number 8. Not bad. Defensive Player of the Year. Deion Jones comes in 3rd. Surprised Jarrell Casey isn't on this list. Okay. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Alan Chambers comes in 2nd. That would have been so cool. I have no idea who this guy is. There was 1 decent-looking quarterback in the draft, and I don't know what team he went to, but our fullback comes in 9th there. That's what I like to see. Rashawn Craver wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think that's our 1 outside linebacker. Javonte Robbins is the other one. Not sure how Franklin Turner isn't higher. He had a great season with 4 picks, but that's okay. And then our defensive tackle comes in at number 8. I hope that cornerback made the Pro Bowl. That would be really cool. But anyway, on offense, how much experience we got. I also just bought the wide receiver upgrade, so that's why Corey Davis has so much. He probably made a Pro Bowl, though. He did. That's nice. 37,000 experience. He's going to be a great receiver for us. And then on the defense, do I see a lot anywhere? 28,000? What's 28,000 from this guy? How about the cornerback? I mean, jeez, can't speak. Why did this guy not make the Pro Bowl? He had 4 interceptions. That's annoying. All right, I'll spend this, and we'll see if we can take down the Patriots. Here is a look at the team after all the experience was spent. Corey Davis is now a 91 overall. Looks like a very, very good player. That's nice to see. And then on the defense, this guy went up to an 87. This other dude over here went up to an 84. Not bad. Nobody else went up that much. But before I send by this game, I'm going to mention the word. So comment Carl Weezer, of course the character from Jimmy Neutron, if you've made it this far into the video. Thank you very much if you have. I'm sure this is about like halfway into the video. I will love all the comments, respond to them. You guys know how it works. But yeah, comment that if you would like to. greatly appreciate it. But let's sim by this game against the Patriots. Can we take them down? Do they still have Tom Brady? That looks like they do, considering we lost. But let's see if they still do have Tom Brady. 34-17, not a very close game. Is Tomathan still on this team? Yes, he is. Okay, Tom Brady, 276 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mariota, I guess, outplays him by 1 yard, if you want to look at it that way. He got 1 more yard. RG3 is on the Patriots. It'd be cool if he could win a Super Bowl. Tevin Coleman's on this team, though. 89 yards, 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry didn't really do much at all. Jeremy Hill is also on this team. They have a good running back tandem. 23 yards, 1 touchdown. Tevin Coleman has been, pretty much exclusively part of, very good running back tandems. Mariota didn't get a touchdown. Brady had 1 less yard from Mariota again. So there we go. Mariota outplays Brady by 2 yards. Receiving, Corey Davis, 11 catches, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. Definitely not his fault why we lost. Gronk had a touchdown, as did Chris Hogan. Okay, so I guess I'll go through the defense. I kind of scrolled through it. We got Deion Jones with 10 tackles, Kevin Byard with 10 tackles for loss, 1 from Jarrell Casey, Eric, Javonte Robbins, and Danny Shelton. Sacks, we got 1 from Dante Hightower, and then interceptions, 1 from Stephon Gilmore and Franklin Turner. I'm actually, pretty happy how that guy's playing. We have Brian Hill to bring back. I'm actually going to do that, because he gets a lot of touchdowns for me for some reason. I'll bring him back to the team. Okay, he's coming back. That's the only player here that I want. And now let's go into free agency. See who's here to bring in. I'm sure no one, because the free agency period in this game as of recently has not been great, but let's see what happens. We got Robert Kelly as the best player here, so yes, I am not bringing anybody to the team from free agency. So I really don't need, anyone in this draft, but this guy skipped the combine, so why would I not go with him? 79 overall, normal development. We reached, apparently. But he's actually still good. I don't really care that we reached. He's just going to be a backup. I don't really have anybody else scouted that I want. So, Herschel Wilhoit. Should I go with him? Or Jarrell Lowe? Who looks better? Alright, 4.53 is speed. Whoever's faster, I'll go with. 4.54. Gerald Loy. Lowe, not Loy. Lowe is the guy, and he has superstar development. That's interesting. I know I just drafted a running back, but I kind of want to take this guy too because he looks very good as well. 76 with quick. It's actually really easy to draft running backs. So the rest of this draft, I'll show you my draft board here. I don't really have anybody that looks that interesting. They're all offensive linemen. This is a very good draft for offensive linemen. I might just take these guys for the fun. I don't know. I'll come back with this guy, I think, or this middle linebacker, one of these two guys, because they're a lot more interesting than these offensive linemen. Here we go, taking Chase Unrein here. Very good combine. Not phenomenal skills. I don't know. 73 overall. Yeah, he looks pretty good. And here is that other player I said I'd show. Rodriguez Gibson. Pretty good combine grade. Not phenomenal skills. Probably a 73. 69. Even worse. Kevin Dodd and these 2 random drafted players for Sterling Shepard. I'm giving the Browns this one running back we just drafted, a 3rd this year and a 2nd next year for David Njoku because Delaney Walker retired. This team looks very good to me. This team should be able to make it back into the playoffs again. The only real differences we have are Sterling Shepard, who is now our slot receiver. I think he's a very talented slot receiver. I think he can get the job done there. I moved Chambers to the number 2 because, I don't know, I kind of want this guy to keep playing. He has quick development. I think he can do pretty well there. And Corey Davis, of course, is still the number 1. David Njoku, who I just got, is now our starting tight end because, like I mentioned, Delaney Walker is no longer on the team. I would start this rookie, but he's not actually all that great. I don't know. I just kind of figured I wanted a better tight end because why not? It's the last season. I can get him, so why not do it? Can I please go down? There we go. And this is the defense. I don't think anything really changed on the defensive side. It's just, pretty much the same defense you guys are used to. But let's sim to the end of the year. Actually, I'll spend my coach experience first, and then I'm going to sim, and hopefully we're in the playoffs. Here we are in the postseason. We went 10-6. Once again, not bad, to be honest. Led the division. The Texans 8-8, Jaguars 8-8, and the Colts 4-12. Maybe this season we can get a playoff win. That'd be pretty cool. 1-3 in the preseason. Lost the opening game, beat the Chiefs after that, then lost to the Chargers. 1-2, lost to the Jaguars, beat the Texans, lost 2, and then won 6 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 in a row. Then lost to the Panthers. Okay, so a very, very solid end of the year. Drew Brees wins MVP. That's all right. Mariota, though, 4,346 yards, 34 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. At least he's getting the picks down, but his yardage is also going down. I think his touchdowns went down a little bit too. Derrick Henry, probably his best season yet. I mean, just yards per carry wise, that's definitely his best season. Not that many yards. I mean, 1,200 is pretty good. I mean, 1,155, whatever. Pretty good. 7 touchdowns isn't bad. And then 5 fumbles. Brian Hill gets 6 touchdowns as his backup. I don't know why he fumbles so much. What is his carrying? It's 95. How does he fumble so much? Okay. Anyway, David Njoku, 90 catches, 973 yards, 10 touchdowns. That is a great season there. Corey Davis gets over 1,000 yards once again with 7 touchdowns. Alan Chambers gets a touchdown, not a great season. Sterling Shepard, 945 yards, 9 touchdowns, not bad. Sacks, not great for Taylor Lewan once again. I don't know what's up with that. That's okay, though. Jack Conklin, 10. Forrest Lamp, 3. Okay, defensively, we got 133 tackles from Deion Jones. We got 14 tackles for loss for Jarrell Casey, and then 10 from that Eric guy. Sacks, we got 15 from Jarrell Casey, 9.5 from Rashawn Craver. Good season there. 7.5 from Javonte Robbins. Interceptions, 6 from Adoree Jackson, 3 from Deion Jones and Keanu Neal, then 1 from Franklin Turner, Benardrick McKinney, Kevin Byard, Ken Crawley, and Orion Stewart. Okay, hold on. I just want to see something. Did I pronounce this guy's name right? It is Robbins. All right. Just wanted to make sure I didn't read it that clearly. I just kind of said what I thought it said. Anyway, we have 1 touchdown, though, from Kevin Byard. I think he got our sole touchdown last year, too. Sole? Is that the right word? I don't know. 16th on offense, 12th on defense. Not bad. Is Mariota finally in the MVP race? He is not. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Is he in this again? He is, though. I guess that's pretty good. Defensive Player of the Year. We got Deion Jones at number 2. I'm surprised Jarrell Casey's not making this. Anyway, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Do we even have anybody that could win this? I don't think so. Defensive Rookie of the Year. We do not have anybody on this list. This Mike Knight guy, I wanted to draft him. He has superstar development. You can see he's an 87 overall. Grubbs is also an 87. Best quarterback goes to Phillip Rivers of the 14-2 Chargers. All right, Mariota comes in 4th, though. That's not that bad. Best running back. I doubt Derrick Henry's on this. He is not. That makes sense. Kenneth Dixon made it. And so did Alex Collins, who's a 91. That's pretty cool. Best wide receiver. We got Sterling Shepard in there. I'm surprised he made it instead of Corey Davis. All right. Best O-lineman. Andrew Norwell almost wins that, but David DeCastro was a 99, wins that one. And then Forrest Lamp actually makes it in there too. Best D-lineman. Really, Jarrell Casey's at number 8 with 15.5 sacks, or 15 sacks, whatever he had. That's very surprising. Best linebacker goes to John Bostic. Okay, well anyway, Deion Jones comes in 2nd. Best defensive back goes to Adoree Jackson. That's pretty cool. He probably made a Pro Bowl then. Best kicker. We got Graham Gano in there. Nice. That's what I like to see. How's the experience looking though? We got 13K from Marcus Mariota, 33K from Corey Davis. It's pretty good. 19K from David Njoku. I saw that. 25K from Deion Jones. 58K from Adoree Jackson. Okay, so the team has a good amount of experience. Let me spend this before, we send by the game. Here's a look at the team before I get into the game. Team looks very good, like kind of how it should look at this point. David Njoku, though, is up to a 97 with Superstar. That's cool to have for the last season. Wide receiver core is a lot better, from when we started. Mariota's up to an 88, not bad. And then on the defense, if my controller, wants to stop messing up, defense looks very good as well. This guy went up to an 88 after, a couple seasons. That's a good player there. Daquan Jones is definitely the weakest part of this defense, but, he's been doing all right, I think. I haven't really noticed much of him. I don't know. Keanu Neal, though, is up to a 95. Adoree Jackson's up to a 91. Let me make sure I check the overall quick before I send by this game. We are a 93 overall. Not a fantastic overall, but I still think the team's pretty good. We're probably going to lose to the Bengals, though. That's just kind of how rebuilds work. The Bengals are pretty good. Did we lose? We actually won. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to beat the Patriots, though. Let's see. We did not beat the Patriots. Okay. I cannot win a Super Bowl, man. It's so difficult to win Super Bowls. I don't know what's up. But we ended up losing 35-32. Such a close game. That was my chair if you heard that. I'm sorry. But we won. Actually, I didn't notice the score. 30-23 against the Bengals. Another one-possession game. Andy Dalton had a very good game. 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Mariota, pretty clean game. 274 yards, 1 touchdown. Not bad there. Derrick Henry had 2 touchdowns. Joe Mixon did not do that well. Mariota had a rushing touchdown, though. Corey Davis led the game in nothing. He tied with catches, though. Yep, okay, he tied with Javonte Coleman. A.J. Green got a touchdown, as did Tyler Eifert. And Sterling Shepard, who didn't really do all that much, but he did get a touchdown. And then against the Patriots, where we only lost by 3. Is Tom Brady still on their team? He is. 270 yards, 3 touchdowns, still slinging the rock like a beast. 327 yards from Marcus Mariota, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. I'd argue that Mariota played better. I don't know. He did throw an interception. The yardage here isn't much different, and they have the same amount of touchdowns. Who knows? Tevin Coleman had 9 carries, but 134 yards and a touchdown. That's ridiculous. Derrick Henry, though, had a touchdown. Jeremy Hill had another touchdown. They did not run the ball very much at all. Allen Chambers, though, 10 catches, 120 yards, 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown from Caleb Carson, 1 from Gronk. But Corey Davis had another great game. Tevin Coleman, Derrick Henry, and Curry Gerard Eddy all had touchdowns as well. So that is going to conclude this rebuild here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought this team was pretty cool. The Titans already have a pretty nice and young team as it stands, so it's fun to rebuild them, especially if their players can develop pretty well. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.